Have you ever gotten a brand new Hammond collection figure? You opened it up and it's just so awesome that you had to get it out of the box immediately. And then you start moving it around a bunch, plugged in the tail, and then start playing with it. But then realized, the tail, it has very little range, like, at all. Well, in this video, I'm going to teach you how to get even more range. Like that much range. Look at that range. Oh, good golly. And what's up, you guys? So today, in this video, I'm going to show you guys how to get more range in your Hammond collection figures' tails. No, I'm not kidding. You'll get more range this way. Now, it may not be the most range out of any sort of figure, and it may barely be noticeable, but more range is more range, regardless of how much more range is there. Now, an important note for this method only works on 6 figures so far, and that would be the Hammond Collection Dryosaurus, the Hammond Collection Atrociraptor Ghost, the Hammond Collection Troodon, the Hammond Collection Velociraptor, the Hammond Collection Ornitholestes, and the Hammond Collection Mussaurus. Now, for some very brief context, the Hammond Collection line, all the way from whenever it initially released all the way up to late 2024, the smaller Hammond Collection figures' tails were attached via this, where the ball and socket were already attached, and you could just insert it into the little peg hole that's in here. But since early 2025 with the Atrociraptor Ghost, now the socket has to attach to the ball, so the thing is already preloaded in there, and so now you need to just do that. But there is something that we will get into very shortly that is hindering the movement of the tails slightly, and I will show you guys how to fix that in this tutorial. So all you'll need for this is an X-Acto knife, and that's about it. Alright, so as we can see, the ball in the joint has this little tab on the end of it. I like to call it the nipple, or, well, I don't actually call it the nipple, but there's a little tiny thing in the joint in which it hinders the movement of the joint on the socket end. So as you can see in this figure, the ball joint right here has a little thing at the end of it. I like to call it the nipple, although you really don't have to call it that. I don't even call it that myself. It's like the only thing that comes to my mind. And this little thing here actually hinders the movements of the tail a lot. So, like, say, whenever I put it in here, as you can see, the tail does not go up nearly as much as mine does, right here. And so, yeah, so in order to fix that, we will need to get rid of this little tab here. Now, all you need to do for this is to just grab your X-Acto knife and just be very precise of how you cut it, making sure you don't damage the figure, apart from cutting off the little thing on the end of it. And you're going to want to be very careful with this process because X-Acto knives are sharp and they can cut your hand pretty badly, or your finger. And trust me, I would know. I have cut my finger numerous times with X-Acto knives. And, oh, okay, well, try not to have it, like, cut so suddenly. But, yeah. And this is entirely optional, but you can also trim the area that you just cut a little bit, so that way there's no trace of the little notch left. And so, yeah, and, well, that's about it for this tutorial. And now that we're plugging back the tail in, as you can see, it's got a bit more range than it did before. But anyways, that's it for this video. I'll see you guys in the next one, and goodbye.